Let's make sure.
This is my Hey, we're live dance.
We are live.
It says Developmentally Speaking is live. Let's go. I got the notification. That's a good sign. Means we're working the algorithm. All right. What are you looking at?
No.
What are you clicking?
My remote. Frig off.
Oh, okay.
I should probably share this, right?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. See if these people like us, you know?
Nobody likes us. Jeez.
Switching over. Because I'm over like Scott Romer.
Oh, Romeo? Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Eee.
So I can't tell if anybody's in here, but if anybody is, hey, welcome to the live stream. How you doing? You doing
Lots of
good?
news. Lots of news to cover tonight. Lots of good things.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
We'd like to welcome Diamond Doubt now. Our longtime close personal friend, Diamond Dallas Page.
Is not going to be on the show anytime soon that I know of. Don't be sharing that false advertising. Anybody in here, bub?
All right, just shared it. Just shared it. Just shared it.
I was tagged to post. Just told me.
Yes, yes, yes. Three people. Yo, Export John's in here. Your buddy John.
John? Hey,
Yeah.
John, what's up?
Jaden Lily's in here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to the show. Got big news coming up. If you could share the stream, let people know that we're here, that we have some news about the show and a few episodes coming up. If you could share on all your social media so that people are like, oh, what's this? And they click it and see that, we're here
Four.
talking about stuff that's cool.
Lots
They
of
like wrestling.
news. Lots of news. Oh, it's my sister. Woo!
Which one's your sister?
Jaden Lilly.
That's your sister? Oh, hi.
Cat's out of the bag.
Long time no see.
All right, share it. Get your boyfriend on. Get everybody on. I know you're not going to have a damn clue what I'm talking about, but it's good information.
Good information.
Good.
Top notch info.
We got 5 people so far. Let's get a couple
Cool.
more. What should we start off with? Should we start off with the conventions? Should we start off with this weekend, or should we start off with the interview we just did?
I would start off with what we're doing this weekend,
Okay.
and then the conventions, and then cap it off with that sweet, sweet interview that we have coming out.
Exclusive interview. Exclusive.
Are you dropping the promo video after this for it?
I'm still making it.
Okay.
Doing it respectfully. Oh, we lost 2 people. Oh no.
Nobody cares.
That's okay. That's okay.
Either
They're
that,
coming.
they may have left to share to their socials.
That's true. Also, we're 8 away from 600. I'd really, really like to hit that 600 mark this month.
Yeah, be nice.
It would be very nice. There is a. Thank you. Appreciate you. My sister shared it.
Awesome.
Lots of news. So let's. Well, what's going on in the world of Morty?
The World of Morty. Let's see here. So, professional wrestling wise, a lot of people realize that I am not doing it full time anymore, unfortunately. Uh, I may again, but I'm only doing about two, maybe three shows a month now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am on a weight loss journey. So once I lose some more weight, I've been doing it for about 9 months. I mean 9 weeks. I apologize. 9 weeks. 9 weeks. So about 2 months plus a week. And I have lost roughly 53 pounds, I would say, um, which is amazing. I am below. I went when I started out, which I'm pretty transparent about things. When I started out, I had to do a weigh in, and when I weighed in, told my health coach, she said, what weight are you?" I said, "Well, I'm ERR." So long story short, once you hit 450 pounds, if you go over that, it airs out most common household scales. So I was over 450. We estimate I was at about 453. So we don't really know how many pounds I've lost, but
Mm-hmm.
I do know that I am below 400 pounds now. Um, Sunday, I weighed in my 9 week weigh, and I was at 403. But I broke the rule and weighed myself again later on this week because we're not supposed to weigh ourselves. But I had to know, and I was at 397. So um, that was at night instead of in the morning. So I know I'm
Yeah.
probably lower than that because
Mm-hmm.
you weigh less in the morning than you do at the end of the day after eating and everything. So once I lose more and more weight, I'd like to wrestle, well, manage more regularly. If I get low enough, I'd like to wrestle. And however, I'm not going to tell you what the gimmick would be because I'm going to do it under a mask, and I'm going to completely change who I am when I wrestle under this mask, which that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but next year, probably, or maybe towards the end of this year, if I get down to my goal weight, which at this rate I will be at my goal weight before the end of the year, hopefully, I will be doing a mask wrestling gimmick, and it'll be fun. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
looking to win belts. I'm not looking to do. I'm just looking to entertain. So that's what's big in the world for me right now. I'm um, at Emerge Wrestling. I am
Did they sponsor us?
Emerge. Emerge
Oh.
Wrestling. I have been working with Custom Made, and we lost the
Woo!
belts.
Haha.
We lost the belts, but I will be working on building that team back up. It's so far, I'm not sure exactly what way I'm going in that company, but I am trying to work my way up again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I was at the top. I managed all the champions at one point, except for the women's champion, which I was supposed to manage a women's wrestler, but that fell through. I'd like to. I'd actually like. I've hardly ever got to manage women wrestlers, and I would love to be
Mm-hmm.
able to do that because it's a whole nother world,
Oh yeah.
really. Um, then Supreme Wrestling. I've been doing the Seymour, Indiana shows. It's the second Sunday of every month. This coming month, it's the third Sunday because there's some football game the second Sunday. Some football game on TV. Um, but that show I've been managing. Um, let's see here, Derek Winter and Five Count Frank, a couple of younger guys that I'm trying to help, you know, raise their ring awareness and stuff like that. With a manager, help them learn how to talk on the mic a little bit. Just getting training on the job
Mm-hmm.
training, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
helping out with that, which is what I like to do. That's one of my favorite things of being a manager, not just um, the entertainment value of being out there and doing that. I also like helping people that are getting into the business and learning because there's things that you can learn with a manager that you can't without.
Yeah.
So and the best managers know how to do that. They know how to help train their not students, but they're wrestlers. Um,
I appreciate you sharing.
hey, whoever that was, thanks for sharing. I can't see the chat, guys, so I'm, you know, he's got the chat. He has the chat up. I do not. Because I have my phone here and I don't have anything else to run it with. So yeah, I I mean, in my regular life, I got a new job recently, a career, if you will. I really enjoy it.
Hmm.
It's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 hour long lunch. Gives me a nice schedule to work around. Um, Still, doing this podcast with you.
Hmm.
Still trying to push as many videos as we can, quality videos. Trying to actually make sure every single one of them is an interview and not just us talking about someone.
We've done really
Um,
good like this
yeah.
last, once this following, our following has jumped significantly the last 2 3 months, and in doing so, like interviews have been a lot better. More people coming forward, more people coming on. 6 people, we're growing. Woo! Sorry. But no, everything's going great. Podcast wise, we just did an interview that comes out Friday that Morty set up. I think everybody will like it. He doesn't do too many podcasts.
Mhm.
You want to tell him who it is, or
Huh?
you want to tell him who the Friday interview is?
We can announce it with the other one later if you'd like. Stick around.
Okay.
So I feel like we need to keep a nice little
Flow.
flow
Yeah.
here. So what's new in the world of Brian?
Well, I'm on a weight loss journey myself. Done it once, I'll do it again. Other than that, the eye is on the WWE. That's where I want to be. And only I can make that happen. So that's the goal I'm working towards with this podcast and everything else in my life. I have a few things that I have to tie up here, and then I'm hoping to leave my current career and go to a different career and be dad and live the dream that I want to live. So with that, only the person that can make that happen is me, and I'm bound and determined, and everything is going good and great, steady. I used to have a problem where I wanted everything all at once. Morty can attest to that, and I have
And
slowed
then,
down.
and then you would panic and just hit the panic button and
Yeah.
halt everything.
Oh, trust me, I still get butterflies and nervous and every interview. I love professional wrestling. I love this industry. I love what I do. Um, I love that this is the first ever podcast to cover the developmental territory, and that's a very big accomplishment in itself. And with us doing that, we've gained a lot of new friends. I'd say,
Hmm.
colleagues. I mean, Rock and Robin was amazing, and um,
Oh yeah, like we've gained friends all the way from the golden era of WWF to
mhm.
Glow to independent wrestlers nowadays. I mean, we've gained done a lot of networking for sure.
Oh yeah, and with that, it will continue to
Hmm.
grow, and that's because of everybody's support. We're almost at that 600 mark, 8 away. I know we can do it by the end of the month. I
Yeah,
think, but yeah, for my personal life, no, was making the best life I can for me and my 3 boys, and WWE is the goal. So let's document it. Let's do it. Let's grow together.
sweet.
With that being said, we are going to be live on Saturday for the
Mhm.
Royal Rumble. Now you can join us. We'll talk wrestling. We'll talk Rumble as it is going. Obviously, we can't air the Rumble. It's on
Right.
Peacock. So watch it. Let's talk.
You could see me mark out to whatever random
Oh
wrestler
yeah,
they bring back for the Rumble because I always do. That's why I watch the Rumble is to see what random people either make their return or what person they just throw in there. Like I guarantee if Molly Holly is in the women's Rumble, I will pop. I
yeah.
always do. I
You know,
always do.
let this be your road to WrestleMania. Start here with us Saturday night. We'll be live. Join us. Well, we'll be live for like 3 or 4 hours that night. My kids will be here. It'll be lit.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
you'll see Blake. The other two probably not so much, but Blake, he's a people person, so
He likes to pop in every now and
he
again.
does.
Yeah,
He likes his presence to be known.
yeah.
You
He'll be
know,
the he'll be Roman Reigns. The other two will be the Usos when it comes to them growing up being wrestlers.
that's true. I could very much see that. So let's move into. We did a couple of conventions last year,
We did
and
more
so
than a couple.
yeah,
A
and
couple.
we're
A
all.
couple. A couple is two, Brian. We did more than a couple.
We are going to be at 3 conventions so far before the summertime.
That's a
So
lot.
it is.
It's a lot.
And
We did what, 4 last year or
I think
5?
so.
Hang on. Let me think about this. We did Chillicothe. We did Fort Wayne. We did Indianapolis and Sevierville, right? So we did 4. We had 5, but the one because it got canceled because of the hurricane, right? Because all the people that were supposed to be there
The
got affected.
hurricane, and then that one guy that was ripping everybody off with their appliances.
Oh, there's 2. That's right. There was 2 that we're supposed to do. But brother, I'll get you half now. I'll get you half your appliance now and the other half later.
um, but no, I believe the first one we're doing is in March. Returning to Chillicothe, Ohio. Just talked to Big Bobby Fulton the other day.
That's good.
And what a lineup. I'm going to pull that up real quick.
So that's a huge lineup.
The people, they drive me. Let's just look at this lineup for it's Bobby Fulton and Dylan Hines. It is Saturday, March 11th in Chillicothe, Ohio. They're going to have Mr. Hughes, Bill Apter, Dan the Beast Severn, Bobby and Jackie Fulton, Shark Boy, Sabu, Ron Simmons, Enzo, Shane Douglas, our friend Henry Godwin, the Nasty Boys, Too Cold Scorpio, Demolition. I know your knees were shaking when I made you go talk to Demolition last time.
Yeah, they're demolition.
Greg the Hammer Valentine, Nikita Koloff, the Honky Tonk Man, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Got a long side burns and his hair slicked back good.
Brother Devon, Rob Van Dam, your personal favorite, the Rock and Roll Express,
I'm excited about
and
that.
the headliner is Sting. More announcements coming for March 11th at Big Time Wrestling with Bobby Fulton and Dylan Hines.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought I saw Jimmy Valiant was going to be there.
And Jimmy Valiant. Yeah, he's not on this. Oh, yeah, he is right there. He's just in between Demolition. Didn't see him, baby. Didn't see him.
A good friend of mine. I'll be happy to see him.
And then for March, I don't know if we're going to be able to name all these for Squared Circle, but we give her a shot, baby. With me calling you baby is, the blood's flowing.
Baby. Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, Squared Circle has so many people, but we're just gonna name a few here. We're gonna
Today,
April 7th and 8th,
where at?
Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Wyndham West, Indianapolis.
There we go.
We're gonna have a BWO reunion. Blue Meanie, Big Stevie Cool, Supernova, Mike Bucci, the Headbangers, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Francine and Shane Douglas, Bushwhacker Luke, he was a hoot last time.
Oh, yeah.
Tatanka, Tugboat, Al Snow, Mickey James. We'll finally, you know what? That's one of the goals that week, and we're finally gonna get our Mickey James interview. We'll get it. We'll get it. Nick Aldis, Rikishi, Christian Cage, The Sandman, Heath Slater, Victoria.
Wow.
Get ours there. Lita, Big Sexy, Kevin Nash, your favorite wrestler and mine. Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam again, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers,
Did you say
MJ.
you're going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
MJF, so many more. April 7th and 8th. Square Circle Expo, Ed, they've always been good to us every time. Helped us out anytime we've ever asked a question. Or
Great.
it's where we got our start. Very thankful for that. Very thankful for Ed if you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
And then May 6th, we're going to Kentucky for the Bluegrass Wrestling Con. We're actually a guest there. Did you know that?
Yeah, they announced it the other day.
Yeah. You can just see us, which is it's amazing. Those the Time Warp people, they've been good to us too. Very very good to us. Money Inc., IRS, The Million Dollar Man, Ted DiBiase, Kurt Angle, Jerry the King Lawler, Tito Santana, Barry Horowitz, Greg the Hammer Valentine, uh, Big Bobby Blaze. I like Bobby Blaze.
You like all Bobbies because you get called them Big Bobby. That's the thing you do.
Larry Zabisco, and then
Oh,
your
maybe we can
friend,
follow up about the interview.
yeah, and then your friend Jimmy Hart.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy Hart. Maybe I'll get another hug.
You want
I
to tell
hope
your
I get
Jimmy
another
Hart
hug.
story?
I'll tell my Jimmy Hart story. So we were at Heroes and Legends in Sevierville, Tennessee, and I was already down there. Brian was driving in. I got everything set up. Well, my wife basically made everything look good. Got stuff set up, had it laid out real nice, and in walks Jimmy Hart, and Emerald didn't really know who Jimmy Hart was, but she knew by the look on my face that this was pretty cool because so he walks up and he just looks at me and goes, "Where's my table at, baby?" And I'm like, "Right down there, sir. Here, let me help you carry stuff." So I help him, and he goes, "I love them sideburns. Give me a hug." And he gave me a hug, and I look over at him and I'm going, "What the? Jimmy Hart is hugging me like I didn't know what to do." So that's all my story is. I got a hug from Jimmy Hart, and that's the closest thing in my life to getting a hug from like you know like
Oh, and
the
here, go
top
ahead.
tier level manager. Jimmy Hart, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Those are two of my all time, and Jimmy Hart gave me a hug. So like, wow.
We got a comment in here. I think this one's directed towards you, Morty.
Okay.
Did the pod shed burn down?
No, the pod shed didn't burn down. I just don't go to it unless I have an interview with somebody, or well, not necessarily during interviews even. The pod shed's just out there. It's cold. I don't really want to turn the heat on. I'm already in here.
It is heated, thank you.
It is heated, but I just don't feel like spending extra money to heat it if you know it's a lot easier for me to use my phone and just sit right here.
So yes, so March, April, May, we're going to be doing convention appearances.
Who asked that? Was that Andy?
Yeah, he said at least you know it's a pod shed now.
Listen, Andy, we've kept things really kosher, okay? I get that you you have this thing with Draven going on. Okay, I get that. I get that you have this thing going with Draven, but Draven is one of my friends. I mean, I manage him at Emerge. That's well known. But I'm not. I don't want to get in the middle of this. But what I'm saying is you need to stay out of the wrestling ring. Stay behind your microphone. Stay behind your newly bought glasses if you ever get new ones, and just stay there. Don't get in the ring with Draven because
Mm-hmm.
he will hurt you. It's that simple. And once you get in that ring or you touch a wrestler, they're allowed to do whatever they want to you. As soon as you got in that ring with those papers, I saw the video. As soon as you got in the ring with those papers, Draven, Legion, whoever wanted to hit you could have, because you're at that point trespassing on that property. So
He didn't get in the
I
ring with Draven. Draven got in the ring with him.
it's Draven. Draven's a wrestler. He's allowed to be there whenever he wants to be. That's the difference.
I get Andy's point.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
You get Andy's point. Well, I mean, you know why he got in the ring? You know what his reason? He's suing because he got kicked in the face after kicking Draven in the nuts.
Sometimes you got to take care of business.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think if he wants to get in the ring so much, he might as well just put on a pair of tights
Yep,
and see what he can do. That's the way I
that's
look
true.
at it.
That's
I mean,
true.
I've been a manager my entire wrestling career. Guess what? I've wrestled many matches. I've lost many matches, but I was man enough to put on
He
tights
wasn't
and
in
get
the
in there
ring
and
when he
wrestle.
kicked him.
That is true. He is correct, but he did kick him.
True.
He did kick him. He did
That's
put
true.
his hands on him.
That's true. So,
Now he's gonna be able Draven poked me in the forehead. If you're the type of person that wants to consider a poke to the forehead assault, then in my thought, you're a little bitch.
yo,
Um,
oh, I think you can say bitch now because you can't cast in the first couple minutes or something. I think we're good. They can say bitch. But before we continue this, we got quite a few people in here. Let's go ahead and talk about the interview we did Monday while we still got these fresh peepers in here.
yeah, absolutely. I
So
mean,
this past Monday, now when it comes to developmentally speaking, I pour my heart and my soul into this project, and I do what it takes to get the interview. Morty can attest. Um, we jump through some major hoops sometimes. I was able to secure an interview, and trust me, it took some time, some digging, some research. This past Monday night, we sat down with Brad Maddox. Now, Brad has not done an interview since his release, since everything that happened 7 years ago. It is exclusively with Developmentally Speaking. Brad does not have any social media. You won't find him at all. Um, but he sat down with us. It's almost an hour long interview, and we covered a number of topics. And it was a really, really good interview. It was really. I wanted to call it, excuse me, from Beefy to Brad because we knew him as Beef Wellington, and then became Brad Maddox. And we talked a lot about OVW, FCW, life, just in general, you know. That interview will be released soon, exclusively with this brand right here, only. Very proud of that. Not Pat, not Barry Horowitz in it, but and shut your face. And there's some other former developmental guys and gals are coming on. Now everybody's starting to send people our way, vouching for us, which is tremendous. Um, be on the lookout for that Brad Maddox interview. It'll be big.
mm-hmm.
Dare I say, more over than Romer and bigger than Bobby Fulton.
Never.
Never. And then we also did another interview, and Morty set this one up.
Yeah. We. It was a great interview. Talked about a lot of cool stuff. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. It was with Rude Boy Rudy Gonzalez, and that was sorry, my
Rudy
dog's
Boy.
was over here. My
Let
dog's getting annoyed.
these fine people know who Rudy Gonzalez is. Rudy
Rudy
Boy.
is the man who was the trainer for Shawn Michaels in San Antonio, Texas. When
At
Shawn
Sean's
Michaels,
school.
when Shawn started school, he got a hold of Rudy, and Rudy became his head trainer basically.
It's a
And he
funny
still,
story.
it is a funny story. You'll have to listen to the episode to hear how he became the trainer. It's awesome. He's trained Brian Danielson, former guest on our show, Brian Kendrick, um,
Lance Cade.
just lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the episode for sure because he's got some great stories to tell, funny stuff to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Made me laugh. Um, really good guy. Um,
Oh yeah.
also, also want to wish his wife a happy birthday right now. Today's her birthday. I saw that earlier. He made her a really nice looking cake, and
There you go.
yeah, for sure, super nice guy.
Rudy is a very known. He's like Rip. He's a very well known trainer, and he still trains today in San Antonio. It's been 20 years, over 20 years now, because it was 2002, right? Is that what he said?
I
Right when
think.
right when Sean went back. He took it over when Sean went back.
Right. That sounds right.
But he was training with Sean uh,
Hmm.
before Shawn Michaels returned the NWO thing and the Hunter program there. So, yes. So, now there's even more people. So, for those people just coming in, Brad Maddox, we sat down with, exclusive interview with Developmentally Speaking, coming very, very soon. And then this Friday, Rudy Gonzalez interview. This Friday, 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Be careful, Brian. You'll do all this work to bring great content, and Morty will throw them out of the pod shed.
Okay.
So I hope you guys do
Let
join
me
us this.
let me make
Go ahead.
let me make something very clear real fast before the. Listen, Andy. I've dealt with trolls before. Trolls that are more intense than anything you could throw at me. So I really, really don't care what you have to say. I mean, I was trying to be nice. I'm just giving you advice to stay away from Eric Draven, but you're not. And you're going to learn one way or another that you shouldn't step in a ring. You shouldn't put your hands on a wrestler in or out of the ring.
Mhm.
That I mean, I believe Brian can agree with that. You don't put your hands on a wrestler.
Yeah.
You don't put your
Or
foot
you
on a wrestler.
you might get David D. Schultz. I forgot to mention we
What's
just
that? That's an open-handed slap.
yeah. I forgot to mention that Developmentally Speaking season 5 launched Monday, and we
Did.
sat down with Eric Escobar. Eric was an amazing interview. Very
Mm-hmm.
thankful. First, now that we're tackling outside of OVW and we're digging into the other territories, FCW. He was in Deep South a little bit, mainly in FCW. Um, it, very, it's a very natural interview. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a very, very good interview. So if you haven't checked out the Eric Escobar episode that dropped Monday, please do. It's actually doing very well, trending very well. There was lots of people liking, sharing. It's done good so far.
And
Um,
for other people, if you haven't seen it yet, we had Jacob the Carpetbagger on.
that's true.
So, so that's that actually, and we want to thank Jacob for sharing it and helping put the episode over for us.
Hmm.
Um, that is the number one watched episode on the channel now.
Hmm.
Um, which if you, it, it I don't want to say that that's probably the most natural episode you'll hear,
Hmm.
just because me and Jacob are such good friends that it was just back and forth, just kind of quick, easy talking. I know what I can ask and what I can't ask in those situations, with him. Um, I tried my best to make all my interviews, um, whenever I'm talking to someone during my part of the interview, to be as natural as possible.
Yeah,
But I do have to say that there's a few interviews on here that just came a little more naturally for me, um,
we were
and
the shits in the beginning. We didn't know what the hell we were doing.
I had no clue.
We
Had no
couldn't
clue.
figure out. We couldn't figure out the equipment. We really really messed up 2 episodes, only 2. And that first one,
I messed up 2 episodes.
Morty was ready to punch a hole in the wall, like he was gonna just set his house on fire. But we have grown.
Oh
We have
man, I was
definitely invested in this, and it's growing.
I
You know.
remember the one episode. I'm trying to think, what was it? I remember the first one was Tank Tone.
Hmm.
What was the other one?
Royal Hawaiian.
Oh yeah, we had to redo. Oh man, yeah.
um.
Mm.
So Glow Up did come back last week as well, and we did sit down with Wildcat Chris Harris last week. Glow Up will be peppered in
Hmm.
because the agreement we have with WoW Women Wrestling is a lot of it's based on their schedule. So we will cover and continue to work with WoW. We'll continue to work with the Glow ladies, and then we will continue to interview independent spotlights for women
I,
wrestlers too.
yeah, which we haven't had a chance to do much of that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So if you happen to see this and you are an independent women's wrestler that wants
Mm-hmm.
to come on the show, reach out. We have
Yeah.
look for us on Facebook. We have an email which is in the description of most of our videos.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we would love to talk to anybody who wants to. So
And if there's anybody you want to have come on the show, put it in the comments and it's a message, or do Kalisto is coming on. I know him as Samurai Del Sol. Sorry.
you
Um,
okay over there?
yeah, I'm trying not to hiccup, and I won because I am not a fish. Um,
Not a fish. I'm gonna take a drink. Well, yeah, I'll be right back.
so yes, Samurai Del Sol will be coming on the show very very soon. So if you guys have anything that you want to know about Kalisto, send us a message. Dustin Veldhusen says, "Hey guys,
Hello, how are you?
hello." So yes, sorry. So yes, Kalisto's coming on. Other people are coming on. I've reached out to a ton of people. I used to travel with Kalisto back in the day, before he was Kalisto, and so I think I'm gonna start reaching back out. Larry Dallas is coming on. Larry's been that's just call him Money Guns. I
Who?
am Money Guns from back. We got another back talk guy on here. They're invading us. Way to
Um,
go! Way to go! Okay, we'll take it though. So yes,
it happens. It happens.
so my friend Larry Dallas, if you don't know him, he actually got his start on that 50 Cent reality TV show years ago. And then I met him in Evolve when we were doing Evolve, and then we traveled through Dragon Gate, Evolve, and on the LD,
Does he do commentary for?
AAA,
Yeah, that's
and
what I thought.
Dragon. He did some for Dragon Gate too when they did he was the American commentary. And Larry used to help me tie my ties.
I can see that. You still don't know how to tie a tie.
That's true. When I got into shape, he always told me that he liked me better.
I think a lot of people told you that, didn't they?
Oh, he's a good guy. We're getting the schedules worked out. Larry Dallas will be on the show. All kinds of people. I think I'm gonna start reaching back out into my past, mixing it all
Don't
together.
don't mix too. Don't reach too far into your past. You might pull back something you don't like.
Oh, well, fixing that problem currently.
I might find some might
Memes?
find some old memes of you that I can release.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. So
Breaking the
yes,
walls
guys.
down.
Kalisto's coming on. Rudy Gonzalez Friday night. Brad Maddox is in 3 weeks. Soon, very soon, very soon. Um, Lots of stuff happening in the world, developmentally speaking. 3 convention appearances coming. Come see us. We'll be in Indiana,
Wait, we have
Ohio,
another. Remember the other interview we
and
did?
Kentucky.
Takes a little different turn than what we're used to.
Yes, that's next week.
That's next. So,
You want to go ahead and dive into that one?
well, I don't want to talk too much about it, but that's developmentally speaking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Next week, okay. Um, did you put the warning on it?
I'm going to, but
Okay,
let's dive into it a little bit. Not everybody's journey was good.
right. So we have
It,
an interview coming up on Monday on
11
developmentally
people.
speaking.
Let's go. Come on, pick it up. Put
Uh,
more pep in that step, son. Talk it
we
up. Church it up.
we have an interview coming up on Monday, developmentally speaking. That is different than any episode we've done because we've talked to so many people that absolutely love their time in developmental
And or sugarcoated it.
and or sugarcoat. Absolutely. I'm not going to say who we think sugarcoated because I really don't have any clue. But I can tell you, this person did not sugarcoat a thing about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it is very eye-opening,
Very
very
raw.
very raw. It's so trigger warning. If anything like that would set you off, any talk about mental problems, PTSD, anything like that, be careful watching this episode. If it's going to be too bad, don't watch it at all, because there are some triggers that are going to occur in that episode, and it's very eye opening, very very raw, very
Different spin.
it's a different spin for sure.
Yeah.
So check it out for sure. That's the development speaking that'll drop this coming Monday. Like I said, from Matt to you watching this, it was hard for me.
Yep.
It was very hard for me. Not to get too deep into Matt.
We're getting deep
on the channel, not Matt. Matt is. I do suffer from depression and anxiety, and I've been lucky enough to figure out how to deal with it. I have been medicated before, but I don't do that anymore. But this was rough for me. I remember getting done with the interview and just feeling so much inside of me for this guy. So yeah, make sure if you're going to watch that one, and we hope that you do. But if at any moment you think, I don't know if I can handle this, please turn it off. I mean, I hate to say that about any of our episodes, but because I care about you, the people who watch our channel, I care about people in general. Don't watch it if you're easily triggered. Okay, sorry. Mal, back to Morty.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So yes, lots of developmentally speaking, connecting to wrestling, and glow upcoming. We're going to 3 states so far, and that's just before the summertime. And I would really, really. Oh, and I'm going, but you can't make the trip. I will be at CAC this year.
Cauliflower Alley Club?
Yes, and I think that's in August, right? I believe he said August. Check out our Brian B. Blair episode.
Yeah, super cool, dude.
Yeah.
Super cool, dude. So
get his book. I'm going to get the book we're in real quick. Talk to the people. They drive me.
Okay. So if you do have a chance right now, that if you're watching this and you haven't done so, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Share this this channel. Tell people. Share this video. Tell people we're live. Tell them you're watching some fat guy sitting in front of records talking. I don't care what you say to draw people in. Draw people in. We like them to see our product because we're proud of what we have. I'm not bragging, but I think that we do bring interviews that most people don't expect. We don't one thing we take pride on is that we don't push for heat. We don't care about the drama, but we don't stop people either. Let's be honest. I'm not going to say that we've never had drama on the episode.
We like the journey.
We like the journey, and if somebody wants to air out some dirty laundry or anything like that, we let them. That is a very good way to put this coming episode on Monday, for sure. What you got, Brian?
Let's do little plugs.
Okay.
Truth be told, Brian Blair, get it? Oh, not working with me? Okay. I mean, you can't be in professional wrestling and not have this book.
That's such a good book. Such a great
book on pro wrestling lessons from Rip Rogers. You know, nobody's more over.
Scott Romer.
Scott Romer gives you shit every time. Every time. And then myself and Morty.
Hang on, 1 second. Before you show that book, show Romer's book. This book right here, dare I say, on conventions that Scott Romer has been with us, I have sold more of Scott Romer's books for him than he has.
And then this book here, Bluegrass Brawlers by John Cosper. We're actually in this book. My camera does not like me putting books up there.
It reflects off of it, of course.
But we are in the Bluegrass Brawlers. We get acknowledged in it for our work with Developmentally Speaking.
Doesn't the cover of that have Billy Starks on it?
I believe so.
She was just on AEW Dark last night.
Yes. And our friend James E. Cornette. That's Andy Shades' friend, too.
Yeah, Andy Shades loves Jim Cornette. He was telling me the other day, we were talking, Yeah, I was telling him about, don't get in the ring with Eric Draven. He's like, but that's what Jim Cornette would do, and I love Jim Cornette. I want to ride on Jim Cornette's coattails all the way to the top, baby. That's what he said.
I know we've touched on this before, but I went to links as to mail Jim a letter to try to get him on this program. I do know that he got the letter. Jim does a lot of shit. Um, I tried to get Morty to knock on his door.
Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not knocking on Jim Cornette's door. That is stupid. I'll come
It'd
back
be,
with the.
it'd be
I'd
better than
come
the
back
Wendy's video.
No, I'd come back with a freaking tennis racket shoved up my ass. I ain't doing that.
Um, Seth Skyfire will be on. Now Seth's out. He isn't out in L.A. and he does a lot of special effects and movies and stuff. So his schedule is, all over the
Bonkers.
place. As well as another person we've been trying to interview for a while now. We'll eventually get him. I don't want to announce him until we get him because it is a lot of hard work. We do have an interview on a Sunday from all the way from England.
That's a crazy one.
It will be crazy. First ever, too. We do a lot of first evers, and I pride myself on this brand doing that. Not forgetting who all these people were.
Right.
I
Comment?
know
Got any more comments?
angry faces from Andy.
Angry faces.
Well, before that, he said, been a lot of people down that road. You never know who, but remember there's always someone out there to talk to. Pray for all that suffer, which is true.
I can agree with Andy on that.
Hazel Axum says, happy you're able to share that side of wrestling too. It keeps it real. It does keep it real. These are real people.
Thanks, Hazel.
Who's Hazel?
Huh? Who's Hazel?
Hazel?
Hazel partakes in the Thursday night shenanigans that I had.
Okay.
Mhm.
We do offer a very different side of professional wrestling. We're an informational podcast. We don't dig for heat or dirt. Just what everybody else does, which if that works for them, that works for them. It's just not something we do. Like I said earlier, we are the first podcast, though there has been others that have tried. I see you. I see you. But, if my camera was big enough, I'd get up and do the French tickler right now too, but I'm not going to. It's my show, damn it! You don't just wake up and be like, damn, that's a good idea. Let me do that.
Oh, God. So, we got about 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. I know a lot of people that watch AEW are probably watching this podcast. So, let's do a rundown again of everything from the top to bottom for
We
anybody that
could,
missed it.
I bet Matt would drive Andy to go knock on Jim Cornette's door. I've got the address.
I don't know if Matt would. Morty probably would.
Oh,
Let me get
Andy,
the full-blown gimmick.
Andy, if you're interested, I mean, we are not. What do we need to say on camera? We are not responsible and or liable. Go ahead and read it to him.
Yeah.
As long as you film it, we'll take you. But I would do it live. So yes, a little.
See if we can get some barbecue with Cornette while we're down there.
Hell yeah. So a little rundown.
I just realized, who might be a good connection for Cornette?
Who?
Gary Michael Capetta. I haven't talked to him in a while.
That's true.
Him and Gary are pretty good friends.
Okay. Me and Jimmy could be pretty good friends.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's touch base and then we'll cover what AEW is doing tonight too, because I feel like we need to touch on that too.
Okay.
So for those of you, since there's 11 of you in here,
thanks for sticking with us for sure.
thank you. I appreciate it. We got about 11 minutes left. Don't want to interrupt people for AEW tonight because they are doing something very special. So we did an exclusive interview with former WWE superstar Brad Maddox. It's his first interview since 2016. It's about an hour long. I think you guys will really, really enjoy it. It's very insightful. This Friday, we drop an episode with legendary trainer Rudy Gonzalez. He was handpicked by Shawn Michaels to run Shawn Michaels Wrestling School, and Rudy still runs the wrestling school 20 years later today. Rudy's all over the place. He's like Rip. We also relaunched Developmentally Speaking Season 5 this past Monday. Well, this Monday. Is it this past Monday?
Yeah, that's the Monday that just recently.
This week. This week with former WWE superstar Eric Escobar. Eric was a very fun, insightful interview. I feel like Eric is someone I could talk to at any point in time, wrestling or not wrestling. Eric's doing very well now. He's a police officer now, right?
Yes.
We will be at Big Bobby Fulton and Dylan Hines show in Chillicothe, Ohio in March. Your headliners will be Sting and RVD. We will be at Squared Circle Expo April 7th and 8th in Indianapolis, Indiana. Come see all the big stars. And yourself truly. We will be in... Where is... Now, I know last time it was in Ashland, right? But I don't think it's in Ashland this time. Hold on. I apologize for being unprofessional. We will be in Cattlesburg, Kentucky. You have any idea where that's at?
I've never been to Cattlesburg. Maybe. I think there might be a barbecue joint in Cattlesburg that I had one time.
Okay. We will be there for the Bluegrass Wrestling Con. We will actually be guests there. Very honored. Come see us, Kurt Angle, Money Inc., Big Bobby Blaze, all the big stars. And then I'm sure we'll do more conventions and appearances this year as this channel continues to grow. We are 8 subs away from that 600 mark. Whoa, cat. Sorry, my cat, Morty could tell you. He's missing a few. He's missing a few cards.
He's crazy. Yeah.
He stares into the wall and stuff. He can't help it. I'm sure we'll do some more conventions and appearances as the year progresses. I will be at Cauliflower Alley Club this year in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what I was going to say earlier was I would like to do the Winston-Salem show.
Yeah.
November. But that means I have to be out of my current career into something else by that time. Which, with the help of Mortimer Blankenship III, we will get there. So let's cover AEW. We know the tragedy that struck with Jay Briscoe passing. Mark Briscoe tonight takes on Jay Lethal. Primetime television on Jay's birthday. So it'll be an emotional match, and they're allowed to pay tribute to Jay. Fans' voices were heard, so tune in tonight. Watch AEW. Watch Mark Briscoe. He's got to be going through a lot to be doing this tonight. It's in Lexington. We should have went. I didn't think about it. But tune in for that match, especially Jay Lethal versus Mark Briscoe. You guys need to watch that tonight. Jay does have a GoFundMe for his family, and I believe they're helping set up. They have one set up for the lady that crashed into Jay for her kids, and his family is endorsing it, I do believe. Anything else that I missed? Development Speaking is shifting. We'll do OVW, FCW, HWA, Deep South, all of that now. We covered a lot of OVW, and we'll still continue to cover a lot of OVW. We're just taking deeper dives into other areas of developmental, and there's a lot of more interviews coming. Kalisto's coming. I did say that. Larry Dallas. Who else? The Mountie.
Well, anyway, anyway, um, if you get a chance, I want to throw this out there too. Um, I know me and Andy go back and forth in the comments, but if you get a chance to check out their podcast, it's called Back Talk. That's BACCTALK. Check them out. You can see a little bit more on what's going on in the world of Supreme Wrestling with Andy and Eric Draven. And I'm thrown in there a little bit. I tried to be out of it, but it happens. It is what it is. Um, more plugs. If you want a chance to see me in person doing my wrestling thing, come to Emerge Wrestling in Columbus, Indiana. It's every month. Check out Emerge Wrestling on Facebook to see their dates. And then Supreme Wrestling in Seymour, Indiana. It's the second Sunday of every month, except for this coming February. It's going to be the third Sunday at 3 o'clock at Race and Masons. Tickets are $10. Kids 5 and under are free. It's a great fun time. We make sure that the shows don't go on too long. It's kind of like going to see a matinee at the movie theater and get to go home and chill out later on in the evening instead of have to come to an evening show. So yeah, 3 o'clock on Sundays. The place usually sells out. Usually has standing room only, so get there early.
All the top stars.
Yeah, all the top stars at Supreme Wrestling are going to be there, and that's the show that you can exclusively see when it comes to Supreme. Me and also Johnny Justice, if you happen to know who Johnny Justice is, if you're from around this area, he still wrestles that show because he still gets to have a little bit of fun out there. But yeah,
There's one other person coming eventually.
One other person coming.
We'll cover that. We'll cover that some other time. Andy said he will be at Seymour.
Okay, cool. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I have to go do some housework and
also we're seven subs away from that 600 mark. I know you guys can do it. We'll give away some more free merch. If you guys want some autographed books, not from us, but like from Rip or Romer or John or whoever, we get it. We know people.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna cover? I don't know. I'm losing it.
No,
Buy our merch. Buy our merch.
That's so blunt. Hey, buy our merch.
Doug Basham said to plug that shit.
Yep. Yeah. ProWrestlingTees.com/developmentally speaking, correct?
Yes, sir.
You get
3 beautiful options to choose from. It's gonna be. I think the fourth one's gonna be an animated one of me and Morty. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I remember there was a few things that I want to get one that says it's not a podcast.
Oh, for your buddy Andy.
Yeah, I think he would love to wear that.
I'm feeling a bit of a Rock Austin build up to this. I hear Limp Bizkit playing in the background. Can I say Limp Bizkit or will they mute that? Because that one time
I don't know.
You remember the episode where we tried doing Brock Lesnar and WWE told us to knock our shit off?
They did. Well, with that being said, everybody have a good evening. It's been fun. I'm Morty.
And I'm Brian.
We'll see you later.
Bye.